What's up, guys? Spenny. The incredible thing about working on the internet is that it has a very long memory. Now, that can be a good thing or a bad thing. On this program, it's often a good thing because we know clips like this exist of Kamala Harris way back in the year 2019, saying that she's a massive fan of defunding the police. Well, what is this?
Where do you stand on defund the police?
Look, right. So here's the thing.
Right.
Defund the police. The issue behind it is that we need to reimagine how we are creating safety.
Reimagine.
And when you have many cities that have 1/3 of their entire city budget focused on policing, we know that is not the smart way and the best way or the right way to achieve safety.
Too much police. If you have too much police, that's not the way to achieve safety, says Kamala Harris. Now, keep that in mind. It'll come in handy very, very soon. Now, Kamala Harris, of course, is out of work. She's out of a job. She's now a TikTok influencer. She's announced she's not going to run for the governor of California, probably after attending a Lakers game here, and nobody cared at all that she was alive. In fact, people laughed at her. You can see here in this video, Kamala Harris was walking in to her seats at the Lakers game. These are where the floor seats are, obviously. Kamala Harris walking way up to the nosebleed section. People are legitimately laughing at her. She's a laughing stock. Here are libs, diverse libs. This is Kamala Harris's core constituency, right? And they're all just kind of staring at her and laughing. Nobody's even turning their heads around. These people aren't, the game hasn't even started. Nothing's even happening on the court. And people can't even be bothered to look at Kamala Harris. And what do you think would happen if President Trump walked into that same arena? No one stands up for a selfie. No one stretches their arm out to say hi. Nobody tries to shake her hand. No one. Nothing. She's just banished. And just totally humiliated. She has to sit behind old crusty white guys. The idea of true hell. Kamala Harris' final humiliation as VP sits in cheap seats at Lakers game and nobody even cared. Look at this. Proof that Kamala Harris's support is astroturfed and at 100% fake. She wasn't even stopped for a selfie. Nobody cares. Out of where Kamala Harris shows up at the Lakers game and nobody even cares. She sat in the cheap seats. Now you notice that the only people that are actually here with Kamala Harris are her Secret Service agents. You can see in the videos that there are Secret Service agents that are following her. Now, ironically and hilariously, President Trump took away that Secret Service and said, well, you've had your couple of months as a Secret Service protection. You get 6 months of that. Trump actually gave her 8. And now no more Secret Service for you. Because, who the hell cares? Nobody even cares. She's living, this is in LA, and nobody even gets up to say hi to her. Look at this. She's getting embarrassed by this comedian, Jeff Dye, who is on the floor during the Lakers game. And he's here saying, hey, we're here in LA for the Lakers game, and look all the way up here in the cheap seats. You can barely even see her. Got to zoom as far as we possibly can. Gets Kamala Harris right there. There it is. Look at that. She's being roasted by liberal comedians. They put her up on the Jumbotron and no one clapped. This is why Kamala Harris doesn't go out in public anymore. Anyway, the funny part about Kamala Harris saying she's against more police, because that doesn't mean more safety, is that now that Kamala Harris has had her taxpayer-funded federal protection force taken away from her, she is begging desperately for as much police as can possibly surround her house, her mansion in LA. Los Angeles police pulled from working cases to give Kamala Harris elite 24/7 protection. Oh, well. Miss More Police Don't Equal More Safety is now surrounding herself with police. Los Angeles police have been slammed by taxpayers for offering around-the-clock protection for Kamala Harris as President Trump yanked her security detail. Officers with an elite LAPD division have been pulled from working cases to provide protection for Kamala Harris's Brentwood home. Many LA residents, including reality star Spencer Pratt, took to social media to slam the city's Democratic government for using resources to protect Harris. Spencer Pratt wrote, Newsom and Karen Bass have enough resources to have LAPD protect Kamala Harris, but not enough to make sure people aren't trespassing on our dirt lot in the Palisades and doing selfies. A Republican official weighed in, saying Democrat elites truly have no souls. When we reached out for comment on Harris, LAPD, Kamala Harris's Karen Bass replied with a statement accusing Trump of political retaliation against Harris. By the way, this is just totally normal that you pull a Secret Service detail for somebody who's not in office and never will be again. This is another act of revenge following a long list of political retaliation by firings and clearances. This puts the former vice president in danger, and I look forward to working with the governor to make sure that she's safe in Los Angeles. But you're not working to make sure any of your citizens are safe in Los Angeles. Like, half of them just had their homes burned down or looted. LAPD, till the Daily Mail, for security reasons, LAPD has never discussed the existence of these assignments or provides details surrounding these operations. All right. Well, it just seems blatantly hypocritical.
Harris reportedly has accepted a 14-unit LAPD security detail. Ever notice how they want to defund the police until they need security?
For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong.
Harris praised Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti for removing $150 million from the police budget.
Well, that's wrong.
Unmarked LAPD vehicle sitting outside of Harris's home. Elite officers were reportedly pulled from cases to work for her. So this comes after President Trump cut Harris's Secret Service protection last week. We'll keep an eye on
these monsters. Here's Fox LA filming the police officers that now just have to sit there and wait outside of Harris's home. Sources of Fox LA tell me as many as 14 elite Metro police officers are now assigned to protect Kamala Harris. Karen Bass tells us that this is another act of revenge. Recorded unmarked LAPD cruisers outside of Harris's home on Wednesday, according to our sources. The assigned officers are being pulled from crime suppression efforts. Jeez. Kamala Harris has more police protection than the entire Pacific Palisades. Amazing. Law enforcement is already understaffed, yet 14 of the top officers that go after the worst are guarding Kamala Harris eating sushi in Brentwood. Ooh, man. How does Kamala Harris go from praising defund the police to a 14-unit LAPD security detail? It really does look so bad. It really does look just terrible. Just terrible. And it's one thing of a Secret Service, because like, yeah, you know, you're like a federal officer, you're constitutionally protected. I got to make sure that like our Constitution is secure. We don't want presidents or people dying. You know, we don't want people to be under threat in federal office. It's not, but like to have your local municipality that's already a living hellscape, that's already like the most crime-ridden, rat-infested, like can use all the help and law enforcement that they can possibly muster. To have them just have to sit in your driveway. Remember when BLM rioters were burning down LA and looting and destroying small businesses, and the name of LAPD racist against black people, and Kamala Harris said the rioters were not going to let up and that they should not and we would not. And now she has taxpayer-funded 14 LAPD escort to sushi in Brentwood because California Democrats elites have no souls. Oh, man. Facing a troubling situation as 14 members of the LAPD Metro Division have been reassigned. Newsom and Karen Bass have enough resources to have LAPD protect Kamala Harris. Yeah. Wow. Viral. Goodness. California taxpayers now have to pay for her security. Ugh. For what exactly? She's not running. She doesn't say that she's running. She's not running for state office. Kamala Harris, 24/7 security from elite LAPD Metropolitan Division after Trump revokes. Like, under what? She's not a state official. She's not a sitting anything. She's unemployed. She's about to go on a book tour. So what is the possible circumstance for giving her security service. Jeez. I mean, this is just, I just, California, I'm telling you, California Democrats have better watch out, man. There's only, even for the people of California, there's only so much insult. There's only so much insult that people with functional brainstem can take. This sucks. This is so dumb. Why would, they're just spiting now the people of LA and the people of California. And that can only go on for so long before something breaks. We'll see what happens. Why are they protecting Kamala so much? Curious. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.